He went like this. He'd never forget, the greatest tragedy in theology of the last 300 years has been the divorce of the theologian from the artist, the musician, the dancer, the potter, and the filmmaker. Just so French, you know. But here's a man who was, he was silenced because he was working with the worker priest movement, with the Marxists after the war in France and so forth. So he developed this pedagogy, or this theology of listening to the workers. He would go to union meetings. He'd sit in the back. He was the most educated guy in the room. And then at the end, they would ask him, hey, Father, what did you hear the people arguing about? You know, what did you hear? So this is a basis of liberation theology too. It's about listening to the poor, encouraging them to stand up and speak. That's what basic communities are about. So anyway, he was a great mentor to me. Of course, he's deceased, but he's with me still. And he was a Dominican like I was. And then discovering Eckhart, you know, these dead people are far more alive than some people who think they're alive and are pronouncing in other people's lives. I won't name any popes by name. So a lot of my study is not abstract. I'm looking for guides, and I'm looking for brothers and sisters and mentors. And I've been so blessed to have unearthed Hildegard of Bingen and Meister Eckhart and Aquinas' spiritual side, and mystical side that no one's really explored before, and the cosmic Christ and all this. So that keeps me going. That and the interaction with others. But I'd like to say one thing about what Linda was talking about, because it kind of was clarified something for me. It's in a form of question. Maybe religion is what empires need. I don't think there's ever been an empire without a religion. And I think that's the real crisis we're going through today. I remember when Bush and Cheney invaded Iraq, my immediate question was, let's have a vote on whether we want to be an empire or not. Empires are very expensive, and it's all out there. And you know, I look around and I say, hey, we could use a little help at home, you know, and some of this $38,000 a second that we're spending on weapons around the world. I think we should have a real juicy debate about what you'd like to do with $37,000 a second, or you. I'd like to get all the ideas on the table. I don't think the Pentagon is the only good idea. Sure, it's good at all. But I really put that as a question. Does spirituality become religion when you need an empire? And that's why the indigenous people don't have religion in their vocabulary and resist appropriately the word religion and the faith thing. Because when you have an empire, you got to believe. You got to believe in the empire. You got to believe in things. Whereas a way of life, as you say, is essentially not about believing. It's about acting together and finding common metaphors that can call you together. So you are generous. So you do sacrifice. So the community grows and the people live.
Now, I want to go back to what you were saying, because this is a great segue for me to, you were talking about teachers, and about dead teachers.
So-called dead.
Oh yeah, and so, this is a good segue for you too. I put together, Rumi is one of my major teachers, and these particular lessons have called to me over time. And I put together this little book, and I purposely put it together to give away, and which is actually, I really enjoyed doing that, so I enjoy doing this.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
And I enjoy doing this to everybody. Now, I don't think I have enough for everyone here. So, I would ask you if you... Okay, 1, 2. I am going to pass these around, and if you are coupled, I would ask you to take one. Okay. We started with I left with I think Art was about to say something. I'm going to recognize my hand, and then we're going to take a few more hands. We did something, we said that we were going to clear out of here by 10. And that's to be respectful of the fact that once again, Art and Sharon have allowed me to use this as Common Ways living room. So I want us to, we'll probably, because we just took a break, go until maybe 9:40 or so with the camera running, and then we'll pack you up and get you out. But also, before I call on Art and then me, I got a bunch of books left over. So did this mean that Common Way folks didn't take them? So please take all of, and if you're a couple, couples can now get them. I just want to make sure we had enough for everyone. Okay. Yeah, throw books at Jerry, right?
What's up, Larry?
That's right.
Thank you, Sharif.
And, okay, so, all right.